What's up, guys? Today we're here in St. Augustine South. We're doing the top 10 neighborhoods in St. Johns County, and St. Augustine South is ranking at number 8. It also ranks as number 10 for best places to buy a house in the entire state of Florida. In today's video, we're going to go over a little bit of the history of St. Augustine South here. We're also going to cover a little bit of the general information that you might want to know if you're considering moving to the area or if you're already living here. And also at the very end of the video, make sure you stay tuned because we're going to check out a place to eat, and we're also going to interview one of my friends that I've known since elementary school who bought a house with me last year. St. Augustine South is located south of historic downtown St. Augustine, and it's located south of 312 and east of US 1. So we're really right at that intersection of US 1 and 312. US 1 runs north and south, 312 runs east and west. So if you want to go to the beach, 312 is going to be the main thoroughfare. If you want to get over to 95, you can take 312 to 207, which will take it right over to 95. So from this location, if you need to go to the hospital, Flagler Health Plus is going to be the main one to go to for this area. That's going to be about 2 to 3 minutes away from pretty much anywhere here in St. Augustine South. They are building a Baptist Medical South off of 207 and 95, but that's probably going to be about 10 to 15 minutes away from this area. If you're looking to get over to the beach, that's just going to be right over 312, like I said earlier. To St. Augustine Beach Pier, it's probably going to be about a 10-minute drive. And to downtown St. Augustine, of course, depending on traffic, during Night of Lights this time of year, it's probably going to take you 15-20 minutes to get downtown, but normally should take you about 10 minutes. Aside from those major things, pretty much everything else you need, Walmart, Target, Publix, various restaurants are all going to be about 5-10 minutes from this location if you're driving. No lie, guys, we were just filming right here on the Intercoastal and we heard a splash, and right over here we saw a dolphin just coming right out of here. I think Justin might have got a little bit of it, so pretty cool. That's one of the great things about living here in St. Augustine South is your access to nature. You have 4 miles of Intercoastal here, which is beautiful. St. Augustine South doesn't have an HOA, but it has the St. Augustine South Improvement Association. This was started back in 1957, and it's to make sure that the area, the natural landscape, is staying intact throughout the years. Now, this is made up of resident volunteers, so it's not mandatory that you join it. It's just people here volunteer to join it because they want to. It also has a clubhouse at 709 Royal Road where you can rent it out for parties if you want or any other events you might have. But they also have the community meeting every third Wednesday of the month at that location. St. Augustine South is a no HOA neighborhood, but it does have the St. Augustine South Improvement Association, which is a group of resident volunteers which volunteer to take care of the beautification of this area. The average sale price in St. Augustine South is $362,000, which is up 9% from this time last year. Most of the inventory in St. Augustine South, if not all of it, is going to be single family homes that are about 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, around 1,600 to 1,800 square feet. A lot of the inventory was built before 2000, and there are some new homes built within the last 5 years, but most of that inventory is going to be older than 2000. Another thing you might not know about St. Augustine South, but I think is really important to know, is that this area is zoned for RS3 zoning, which will allow you to utilize Airbnb on a property in this neighborhood. Though we're in a no HOA community, you do get some amenities living here in St. Augustine South. As you can see, we're on the boardwalk right now, which borders the Intercoastal. There's 2 public boat ramps, which are maintained by St. Johns County here, and you also have 4 miles of intercoastal access for you to enjoy. We're here with Eric. He bought a house with me last year right here in St. Augustine South, and I wanted to get his input on why he likes St. Augustine South. So, Eric, how long have you lived here in St. Augustine?
I have lived in St. Augustine for 32 years, my whole life.
Whole life, okay.
Yeah.
So he's a lifer here in St. Augustine. And like I said, he's been here since last year. But what attracted you here to St. Augustine South?
I would say no HOA is a huge factor for us. You really, you can kind of have a free range of like what color you want of your house, your yard, just your style of life. And then also like, I'm looking at the water. You can't see it on camera, but the water views and just the bikeable neighborhood, the kids, it's a really great neighborhood.
So Eric, you love living here in St. Augustine South. Mm-hmm. What's your favorite part about living in St. Augustine in general?
I would just say the actual, I live 6 minutes from the beach when I don't live on the beach. I would say just the all around community of the town. Small town feel, but it's getting more of a different feel, you know, younger up and coming people. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't live anywhere else, that's for sure.
All right, so we've talked about a lot of the positives of this neighborhood, a lot of that meat and potatoes information that you need to know, but what are some reasons that you may not want to live here in St. Augustine South? I'll run through a couple, okay? It is not hooked up to public sewer. Many of the homes are on a septic tank, which if you haven't experienced that, a lot of my friends from the north don't know what that is. It's pretty common down here in Florida. The other thing is that you have a lot of traffic at US 1 and 312. During rush hour, that is a major intersection, and especially during night of lights, the dead heat of summer and tourist season, that intersection can be very troublesome. The third thing is that some of St. Augustine South lies in a flood zone, so if you are worried about flooding, this may not be the neighborhood for you. All right, we're here at Mr. Boba's Asian Cafe, which is just on the outside of St. Augustine South, right on US 1. And my videographer, Justin, he's had boba tea before. I've never had it, so this is actually my first time trying it ever, live here for you guys. It's actually pretty good. Pretty good. Not bad. Pretty sweet. Thank you. Good. All right, guys, and that is it. I hope you gained a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of insight into St. Augustine South and it being the #8 community to live in St. Johns County. If you did, make sure you tap that like button below, subscribe, and if you have any questions, additional comments, reach out to me directly, phone, text, email, whatever that is. I'm here for you.